With Bethesda's Starfield coming out sometime in 2023 and being really similar in ways to No Man's Sky, I really want to dive deep into the one thing that separates those games majorly right now, and that is customizable starships. I'm Controlled Chaos, and I'm going to dive into the customization and if No Man's Sky could get customizable starships in their game. So first off, it's an easy answer, and that is yes, No Man's Sky could put in customizable starships in No Man's Sky. It's actually really easy for them to do. I'm going to break down why and the fact that it could be done before even Starfield comes out. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that when you go to sell off a ship or scrap a ship or upgrade a ship through the kiosk that you see here and you click in, you can see that the ship breaks apart into multiple pieces and animation. Now, they could have gone through and spent the time in breaking those parts off of the model for the modeler and then animate it out, or they could do the smart thing that any good company would do and is model that way to where all those parts are already individual separate pieces, and all the animator has to do is just go, oh, okay, move this on this axis, move that on that axis, and sort of do an explosive view of the ship. Another thing I want to talk about is the fact that if you use this little glitch right here that I'm showing right now, which is when you're in first person view in your ship and then you go into camera mode, it zooms you back past the seat, and it allows you to look at the internals of the ship and look around. As you can see, some parts intersecting with one another and other parts being flush. Now, just because the parts flush with it doesn't mean it's the same piece. If you're seeing on the other side where it's flush to it, you're seeing a solid part with texture on it, that just means that they aligned the two pieces to fit well together. If you're seeing other pieces where they're intersecting with one another and one's cutting into another and going past it, then that means that they're built it so that it will fit with multiple different objects of different shapes. Because of all of this, I believe that these ships are already made in different parts, and that the developers just said, okay, we're going to slap this to this, this to that, this to this, that's that fighter. Same thing with the haulers, the solar ships, and so on and so forth. In fact, if you even look in right here, you can see that when you're in the cockpit area, the cockpit's actually not there. It's a hollowed out area. The cockpit is only shown when you're in first person view or things like that. So that's another reason why I believe this will work really good, and it'd actually be very easy for them to do, because if they don't have to worry about breaking apart these parts of the ships, and they're already broken apart parts like I believe it is, all they have to do is the code for selecting the parts and the interface design. And once again, if we go back to the kiosk for scrapping your ship and upgrading your ship, you could easily add in a button to add that says customize ship, and then you go in there, it shows your ship in its full color, and then you can have an interface that would have different wings, different hull, different extra parts, different thrusters, and things like that put into it so that you can select the parts that you want. And then, just like we have with character customization, you can have a 3-tiered color system to choose what colors you want as your primary, your secondary, and your tertiary. And that's really, really cool. And this, I believe they could get done in 6 months or sooner if they decide, oh, we really need to get this out to compete with Starfield. And that's the important part. if they rush to do it, they're worried a bit about Starfield taking their player base. I personally don't think so, and I will do a video on my thoughts on that later on. I want to know, what are your thoughts? Are you worried about Starfield taking over from No Man's Sky? What are your thoughts on Starfield? Are you interested in playing Starfield, and if so, why? Comment down below, let me know, and let me know also if you're interested in No Man's Sky having customizable ships. I know Jason Play already wants it. He has been stating it for years, but I want to know your guys' thoughts. Also, if you guys like this content, please like the video and subscribe. It'd be great help to my channel. Anyways, thank you for listening and have a great day.